This video will show scenes depicting bad habits and incorrect action. These are reenacted here for dramatic impact, so please observe them carefully and avoid doing the same, for the sake of your own safety. We face safety risks on a daily basis. Whether you live in a suburban area or informal settlement, we have certain issues to deal with. Never be tempted to build your house in a low-lying area near a stream or river. If other people have left the space open, they have done that for a good reason. The next time it rains for days on end, or there is a massive cloudburst, your house and any other building next to you could be swept away by the surging storm water. Rather be wise and respect nature, allowing space needed for storm water to pass through. When candles are used for lighting, it is extremely important to remain attentive to the risk of an open flame all the time. The open flame is a mini fire that can set anything alight. Keep it far away from children or anything that can burn. Before going to bed, or if you are feeling sleepy, ensure that all candles are put out to avoid any risk of fire. The same applies to paraffin stoves. While in use, never leave them unattended. They too have an open flame that can set anything alight that comes near it. Always place these stoves on a very solid and sturdy surface and never leave them alone. Never top up a stove with paraffin while it is burning or while it is still hot. Never place an LPG gas bottle on an electric stove. Even if the electricity is off for the moment, it could come back on any time, and the resultant heat on the gas bottle could cause it to explode. If you have electricity, it is much cleaner to cook with and to use for lighting. However, it has its own dangers and must be used very carefully. Perhaps you are using an old appliance, such as a 2-plate cooker, but it keeps on tripping the power. So to get the cooking done, you disconnect the earth wire, which is very unwise and dangerous. But the appliance is not double insulated, so when you touch it again, you get electrocuted. Of course, another common mistake at the stove is to not ensure that handles don't protrude or stick out dangerously. Always keep handles away from the edge of the stove because children or passers-by can easily knock off the boiling pots and cause serious burns, or even worse, cause a fire. You may want to fix an outside light point, so you find the isolator switch and turn it off so you can work safely. That's good, but you forgot to tell your children who want to watch TV in another room on the same circuit. You You also didn't mark your distribution board or explain to everyone in the house not to touch it. So your child innocently switches the circuit back on, putting you at a grave risk of being electrocuted. Illegal electrical connections that people make to avoid paying an electrician's fee or to steal electricity is a common problem. It is the kind of problem that affects a much wider area than just the guilty people themselves. Innocent children are often killed when these wires or connections are in their playing area, or when innocent pedestrians pass by or are hurt by open wires, or when gardeners dig in the area. Make sure that you or nobody near you is making use of illegal connections. Warn your children to be alert about wires where they walk and play. Report illegal connections to the South African Police Service or municipality. When making your way to and from work or anywhere else, be sure that any taxis you use are safe for the road. Some clues for an unsafe taxi are that the tires are smooth, or that the whole body is misshaped or sitting skew on the wheels. If this is so, the taxi will move sideways all the time and make it swerve badly when braking, sometimes causing the driver to lose control. The taxi must have a proper steering wheel, and it must brake and stop easily. The engine must run smoothly and quietly. On a level road, it must not bounce up and down and snake left and right all the time. These are the danger signs. Avoid these vehicles as far as possible. Tell your friends too to make these death traps unpopular, so that the drivers can tell the taxi owners that the people don't want to get into our taxis. Of course, traveling in an unroadworthy vehicle also puts you at risk of being delayed indefinitely if the authorities stop the vehicle or even impound it. There are many things that we can look out for. Our safety is our own responsibility. We have freedom of choice. Let us rather choose a safer, healthier lifestyle for the sake of our family and our own quality of life.